Hi everyone. My main intention to tell you the stories which are not known to you, but I think these are all from Mahabharata, Ramayana, or Bhagavata. So more or less, all of you know that. But still, then my intention is to just search out the less unknown stories, but good stories. Anyway, today I'm going to tell you a story from Mahabharata that what happened to King Dhritarashtra after the war. So let me begin the story. You know, King Dhritarashtra was blind from the beginning, means by birth he was a blind person. And when his marriage was arranged with Gandhari, knowing this fact, Gandhari even blindfolded herself from the very beginning. And just think about that lady, how pious, how means how much she was devoted to her husband. Having eyes, having her own vision, she blindfolded herself uh, rest of her life, throughout the life. Well, now, as you know, the whole Mahabharata happened only because King Dhritarashtra. How is it so? Why we can say that the Mahabharata war occurred only, I mean, the Mahabharata was possible, had happened only because this King Dhritarashtra. From the very beginning, King Dhritarashtra, if he wanted, if he wished, then he could stop it. But his attitude was something different. And not only that, Dhritarashtra had so much love for his son, who was very wicked-minded, arrogant, stubborn. You know Duryodhana very well. And King Dhritarashtra had extremely weakness towards his son Duryodhana, particularly for Duryodhana. And as he couldn't stop, refuse to fulfill his desire, he didn't stop this war. And how he didn't stop? Now you know very well that the Pandavas were cheated by the Kauravas so many times, and even the Kauravas tried their best to kill them, to kill all the five Pandavas. But as you know, Pandavas had the highest power on their side, that was Lord Krishna. So where there is Krishna, victory was there. There was no doubt of it. Anyways, even when the coronation time came, Dhritarashtra didn't want to give up the throne. He didn't want it. He refused. But somehow, with the help of Lord Krishna, Yudhishthir was made king of Hastinapur and the three worlds. And it was again King Dhritarashtra blamed for this, because Lord Krishna himself tried his best to stop this, to avoid this terrible, horrific war, because he brought the peaceful solution proposed by the Pandavas, just to give them 5 padas so that they would be satisfied. But that also King Dhritarashtra didn't agree. As Duryodhana didn't agree and refused to give a pinch of land, even on the slightest land, to Pandavas, and King Dhritarashtra agreed with his son's proposal. That is why Mahabharata war had happened. And ultimately, what Dhritarashtra got? He lost his soldiers, his 100 sons, and so many innocent kings were also, they were killed in the battlefield only because those who supported either Pandavas or Kauravas thinking as the right side. That was also not their fault. Anyways, for everything, Dhritarashtra was the main cause. You know, he was so anxious, he was so curious to know the progress of the battlefield. He asked his minister Sanjay, what had happened? Now, what is going on? Who owned and who was defeated? Every time he was asking, although Rishi Vyasadeva asked him to give him the divine vision by which he could see the battle, Dhritarashtra didn't agree because, he supported Duryodhan, but he knew the result. Because Gandhari told him again and again that Akshaya hu punya jagate dharma rahe joy. Whenever Duryodhan came to her and asked his mother's blessing, that time Gandhari told him, "Oh son, I don't know which side will win, but only one thing remember, Akshaya hu punya jagate dharma rahe joy." Where there is righteousness, there is the victory. That much she told every time. She never said that, yes, Duryodhan, you will win. Even she requested her husband, King Dhritarastra, to apply his something, the wisdom, force, knowledge, to impress Duryodhan somehow and to stop this war. But unfortunately, he couldn't do it. This thing, Dhritarashtra realized it very well, but he couldn't do. He was not successful in his venture. And at last, when he lost everything, then after King Yudhishthira, Vidura, his half-brother, requested Lord Krishna to grant him the spiritual liberation. But Krishna didn't grant him. Krishna told him, requested Vidura to advise Dhritarashtra to follow the Astanga Yoga, by which he will not go to hell at least, because his sin was so severe, so serious, that he couldn't get any place except hell. That is why he was the main cause of this horrific battle, Mahabharata. And ultimately, Dhritarashtra, Vidura, Gandhari and Kunti had gone with them, that was written in Mahabharata. They went to the southern side of Himalayas. There, Vidura requested him to leave every material attachment and then to do the Astanga Yoga. In one place of southern Himalaya, they stayed there. As Vidura told them that this one is one of the sacred places where the Munis, Siddhas, Rishis, they do the penances. Thus they started their penance there only, and Dhritarashtra began his Astanga Yoga. That was 3 times he was taking his bath, one morning, daytime, midday, and in the evening. He was not eating anything except he was drinking water only. And besides this, he just kept his mind totally involved in the thought of God, God only. He concentrated his mind on God and left all the material attachment. And he gave up all the material attachment and concentrated his mind on God only. When he controlled his sense organs and he controlled his breathing process, at that time a mystic fire burnt his body, and thus King Dhritarashtra was freed from his physical body. Means he went to the higher planet. He went to Pitrulok, and there from the demigods took him to the higher planet. After his death, uh, Gandhari and Kunti, they also did the same thing, and at last Vidura came back to Prabhas where he left his body. He also did the penances, and there he left his body. Vidura, as you know, after his death, he went back. I mean, Vidura had went back to Yamlok. He himself was the Yamraj, Dharmaraj. There was a beautiful story. Why did he get this birth as Vidura? In when he was in Markandeya Rishi, he only Markandeya or someone, no, Mandavya Rishi, he cursed him because of that was a different story. I'll tell you later, or I think I have already told you. However, this much is the story, but the point to learn from this story is that, Mahabharata teaches us what not to do, and Ramayana teaches us what to do, and Bhagavata teaches us what every day we should follow. And these are the three beautiful, these stories from Mahabharata, Ramayana and Bhagavata are so excellent that one must go through these stories. Whenever I will get another story, I will share it with you. Thank you so much for the time. Thank you.